Hi guys, gals and non-binary pals, welcome back to Budget with Ira.
I hate the bitch.
In today's video, we're checking in for week 1 April budget. Now I know April started more than a week ago, but because I get paid every 4 weeks, week 1 has started from the 9th of April for me. So we're looking at all of our spends from the 9th to the 15th. So we're checking in to see how my week went. So if budgeting, paying off debt and saving money is something that you're interested, please keep on watching. Okay, so we're starting off in our breakdown. We'll look at some of the bills and some of the debt that I paid off in the first week of this pay period. So I'm looking at the bills here, which are this sort of medium blue colour. So the first one here was our habits, which was $171.20 we ended up paying for. And these are in the variable, so we overspent a little bit there. Okay. On the 10th, gas and electric came out as well, which was £120. That was our inflated bill, so it's a little bit more money now, but we budgeted 120 and our actual was 120. Then phone bill 1 came out, but it wasn't £47.80. So the phone bill was actually £22.20. I'm not sure why, but I'll accept it. Then also on the 15th, internet came out, which was $27.50. It was $27.51. Not sure why it went up a couple of pence, but I'll have a look at that. Okay, so those are all the bills that we've done in our first week. So we've still got a lot ahead of us, but we're doing all right with it. Let's move over to debt, which is this teal color. So the first one we had was store card, and the minimum for our store card was $35.66. So it was a little bit more than what we budgeted for. Okay, then we can move on to the 12th. Our overdraft fee was £8.96 that we paid. So let's go and put that £8.96 in. So because none of these will move in terms of how much that they will be, and we know that we want to spend at minimum £900 on debt, and that's what we've budgeted for, I was able to get a figure to pay off our credit card. So we budgeted $231.90, but this was slightly over and this was slightly under. So we ended up actually paying $235.28. I'm not going to close this down just in case any of these are a little bit wobbly. So that's us all caught up with our bills so far and our actual. Actually, no, it's not. Tyres.
Hey, flop.
So we got our tyres done anyway, which were my boyfriend's tyres for his car, and that was £207.60. Okay, now we're actually caught up. Okay, so now we're in our weekly check-in. So in our weekly check-in, we look at spending 1 and petrol 1, which are my petrol and my spending. We don't look at my boyfriend's, which is spending 2 and petrol 2, because that's his money, he can do with it as he pleases. We look at groceries, which is groceries for both of us, and any of our unbudgeted. We've opened up each of these, so spending should be 100 and it was 100, petrol 1 should be 100 and 100, and groceries should have been 200, which was 200. So let's have a look at what we spent and what we have to roll over to the next week. I'm going to go ahead and put zeros in here because we're not adding anything into any of these categories at this point. Okay, so let's have a look at spending. So spending we categorize with this orange highlighter. Okay, so let's add all of these up. So I had lunch at work on the 10th, which is $10.21. Then I had McDonald's on a Sunday when I was running some errands. It was a nice treat to myself, $7.32. And then I left £30 in my account because I knew I was going to do some purchases online. So I spent £18.1 in Amazon and $11.99 on Etsy. And that's for a future video that's coming up that I'm really excited about. And then yesterday, me and my boyfriend had a nice day together and I bought a backdrop, which is this dark blue. What do you guys think? So that's $49.52 that I've spent already. So if you look, my budget was 100 and I've already spent nearly half of it. It happens in the first week. I do go a bit spend crazy, but it is what it is. So I spent $49.52. So if I minus 100 from that, I should have £50.48 remaining. Okay, so this is my little spending pouch that I keep in my car. So that's 20, 40, 50. So far so good. And I got 20, 40, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20, 48, 50, 48, perfect. Petrol one. So I know there was one purchase of petrol which was on the 12th, and that was a big tank fill, which I'd rather do. I'd rather do less often bigger tank fills than regular ones, if that makes sense. So we spent 40, and I'm hoping that that will last me about just over 2 weeks. So I should have £60 left. Okay, so these are my cash envelopes. I introduced these in an earlier video and I know they are absolutely trash, but I'm just enjoying making them at the moment. So here's the petrol one, and I've got 20, 40, 60, which is absolutely right. So if you want to see how I got the money into these, link is in the card for my cash stuffing video, and that was my first ever cash stuffing. So there is £60 to roll over here. Okay, groceries. So groceries are this very, very light blue. So there wasn't anything on the Saturday, but we've got a couple. So on the 11th, I did 3 trips to 3 different grocery stores because I wanted specific things and I had a bit of time and I was running errands anyway. So I spent £97 on that day. The day after, I had to pick up something that I forgot, which was £12. And then yesterday, me and my boyfriend had a really nice day. We went out, we went into town, all masked up. We hadn't done that in about a year because everything's just been locked down. We managed to go and have like a pint in outside of a pub. It was just really nice. So we bought a couple of bits. We bought some like little snacks while we were waiting for our car to be serviced as well. So we spent 140.27 already in our first week, which sounds horrific, but it's just the way our budget works. We do tend to spend quite a lot in the first week to sort of set ourselves up for a month, so it doesn't really make us nervous. So if I minus off the 200, I should have 59.73 left. So let's have a quick look. So I know that we've got an extra £10 in here because I had to buy something on my card when we were having a pint together in the pub. So £10 of this does need to go back into my bank, but I might not put it in, to be honest. So 20, 40, 60, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 40, 60, 73. So 69.73 we've got. So I'm just gonna put 59.73 and hopefully I'll remember to put £10 back into my account. Okay, so at this point I like to do a quick scan of the budget. So I look from Friday to a Thursday to see if there's any unbudgeted. Unbudgeted is in this light grey and there's absolutely nothing, so I'm really pleased to see that. So 0, and we're running over 0. Let me just do the totals. So we spent $229.79 this week. And we're rolling over 170.21. So the other great news is that we had 2 non-spend days, actually 3 because I'm not going to spend anything today. So I'm just going to go ahead and put non-spend 3 times, which is lovely. And our goal is for 4 no-spend days, which is fantastic. Okay guys, gals and non-binary pals, this concludes this week's video. So in a nutshell, I think we've had a pretty good week. We've got pretty comfortable amount of money to roll over. As I said, most people would be worried if you budgeted week to week, but because we tend to spend a lot more first week and live leaner for the weeks after, it suits our lifestyle pretty well. I'm also really pleased to see that we are 3 no spend days into our 4 no spend days target, which is fantastic. You guys, I'm rubbish at checking in. Our car came out on the 15th. Right, back to where we were. So next week we have a very small car insurance to pay for. We've got to pay for my car, and we've got our first pet insurance to go for. But other than that, we're going to have a very quiet, very few spend months. I think we're going to absolutely nail this no spend challenge that I set for myself, which is absolutely really good. I'm really excited about that. So guys, thank you very much for all the support that you're giving me. I'm really starting to see the channel start to grow. We're now on 13 subscribers, which I'm so excited about. New subscribers and more views really egg me on to make me want to do a better job for you guys and have better quality of videos and spend a bit more time on editing. You're also really encouraging me to be a bit stricter with myself in terms of my budget, even though it doesn't quite look like it on some days. So if you've got to the end of this video and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. It makes a huge difference to me. And if you have already subscribed, thank you so much for returning and watching another video. Next week's video is going to be April check-in 2, which I'm really excited to do because it looks like we're going to have a lean month. And I've also got something really exciting coming as well, which I haven't seen on YouTube before, so it might actually be something quite unique for us. So until next week, guys, gals, non-binary pals, bye!